All right, beautiful people. We're back. Another episode. This one's going to be in English, obviously. A little sad. Why am I going to lie? Little sad and happy at the same time. Um, you probably know by now Mexico lost against England 3-2. And it was a good game. So I'm not going to, it was a really good game, really good game. If I'm able to, I'm going to pop like some videos inside of me trying to record watching it. And I'm pretty sure I said in the other videos that when my grandparents go back to Mexico, I'm gonna try and use my brother's old room while he's away at college to kind of make it like the room with the podcast. Even if I gotta pay rent, that's fine. We'll figure something out. And right now I lost my voice because the game that I was happy about, Mexico Ecuador, um, I screamed at the top of my lungs and to a coworker because and I lost my voice, and then I lost my voice even more with this Mexico England game, and and I feel like they could have at least tied and went to penalties. It's just those the first goal, fine, it was a mistake on the defense, and the second goal was another mistake. So it was just like the first one fine, but the second one was too quick, mistake, you know, and then it's funny, but whatever. It happens. It's part of the game. You win some, you lose some. Um, I don't even know what I talked about before. This is the other thing, right? Even though now I am gonna start editing, like putting in pieces here, pieces there, photos, videos, whatever. The goal was for me not to like record this video and watch it. It's just kind of record, flow, and just post it. But again, I want to give you like a good podcast. And like I said, right now it's in the car because at home can't be too loud, and it's already right now it's 9:30. Um, so yeah, I don't know. It would have been nice if they won, you know, but it's okay. That happened, whatever. So now, so this is just like me ranting, not ranting, just talking. The other day, I was with my son, my nieces, my sister, and we were driving. This guy on his, I don't know if it was an electrical bike or those like dirt bikes. I don't know. Thing is that I didn't notice him. I did not notice him. I'm driving. So I also have this habit now of when I'm turning, I turn not slow, like where like the car's not moving, but like before quickly, boom, quickly. But now it's like just in case, and thank God for that because normally when you're driving, the bikes are supposed to be, if I'm not wrong, on the right side. So if I'm driving this way, the bike is supposed to be on this side. I didn't see him. My sister was like, "Oh, watch out!" And I was like, "What the hell is she talking about?" And I hit the brake when I seen him, like my peripheral view, because he came flying. And then when I hit the brake, I'm like, "Fuck!" I'm like, I probably hit him, but I didn't because when I went into the parking lot that I was going to, I checked the car. There was no scrape, there was no dent, there was nothing. And thing is that when I hit the brake, the dude swerved on his little electric bike or whatever it was, and he um he hit a fence and fell. So I was like, "Fuck!" I'm like, "All right." I pulled over. This dude was just like, "Oh, it's like that," like saying, I guess, like saying it's okay or whatever. Like, "Oh, my fault." He said my fault because I guess because I read his lips, and he got back on and he took off, and I was just like, oh my god, like imagine like if like the way I used to drive, where it was just like quickly make a turn. Maybe also because I was in my with kids in the car, so that I was driving even slower, like or not more slow, more cautious, and I don't know, it stressed me. It like irritated me because it's like for someone else's mistake, I could put myself in jeopardy or like my license or who knows, whatever, right? So whatever that happened, and then I want to go back to the Mexico, Ecuador, England, all that stuff. So this and everything I'm gonna say is again is not to offend anybody, but it is to offend those people that were talking too much smack, even whatever. So the Mexico Ecuador game, there was a lot of talk saying because I've been watching it's been on my feed a lot on TikTok and Instagram, a lot more than what's supposed to be on my feed, right? Educational stuff and whatever's happening in the world. And there was a lot of talk about the cartel threatening Ecuador, and I have to look it up if there's some press conference or a confirmation that there was a threat or even the players, like whatever, there was a threat. Then the other one was that in Mexico they were throwing a parade and throwing fireworks, basically not letting the Ecuador team sleep. Then there was another one where I think they would say that the refs were paid to make Mexico win or let Mexico win. And I'm actually gonna check right now. Where Mexico? I think the first game that they played was against. Hold on. Okay, right here. Okay, okay, right here. The first one that they played against was South Africa and Mexico City. If we're going based off that Ecuador was threatened by the cartel, I'm assuming so was South Africa. So was where is sorry, my phone is like I have this is my old phone, the 14. I think it's slow. Then South Korea, where did they play? Also in Mexico. So I'm assuming South Korea also got threatened. Then Czech Republic, which they also played in Mexico, got threatened. Why is it that all these three teams that were played, none of them came out and said that they were threatened, or England say that they were threatened? I mean, they won. England won, but who cares? And you see, here's the other thing is that also like I've been seeing like it's normal. I think it's normal that when it's soccer, like everybody's gonna talk shit, about the other team that the score is gonna be this and that, and like I don't know, it's just this thing between Mexicans and Ecuadorians, which I don't think it is because my friend from high school, even though we were joking around with each other, but like I don't think it's it depends also who it is between people, but my friend from Ecuador, we were joking around, like whatever, this and that. We were just talking shit, but then again, at the end of the day, it's all well for me and her. I hope it was like funny games, like we made a bet. We're gonna record a video on the bet and just, you know what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna run it by her. She's probably gonna see this. Hopefully, she sees if she's following. If she's subscribed, is do like a mukbang where like we just blab and blab and blab, and we're gonna do the bet on the video and just maybe even talk about this because I'm gonna be honest with you. I love to play soccer. I'm not a big fan of like following the leagues, following I know the basics, like when I do watch this the World Cup because there's people like that where like they know the coaches, they know the whole team, they know all the players, they know the stats. They like they're diehard soccer. I am not one of them. Why lie? You know. Um, and anything I say about like what I'm gonna say, it's to just those a-holes that were like butthurt. Mexico scored in every game that they played, whether we lost or not. England, 2 goals. Ecuador, there was a lot of talk about like these top 3 players that are in some league and something else like that, and they were just talking a lot of shit. I feel like if the shit talking would have been okay if it wasn't like after the loss of saying like, oh, this and this and this and that. Right now, Mexico lost against England, and well, maybe again, maybe damn, it's just I don't want to talk shit either. But maybe I haven't seen any videos of people saying, oh, like we lost because of outside besides the team's performance, because there was players that shouldn't have been playing. They should have kept Quinones in all the thing. They should have kept that chamaco Mora. They should have kept see, I don't even know. I just know that there was a lot of like failing in the defense as well. And what else? Oh, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the first half when they were losing, I was like, damn, I'm gonna just go home, whatever. But then when they were playing again, I'm like, maybe there's hopes, But then they lost, and I was like, I was sad. Even my son cried. My big one, he cried. He was mad and then he was sad. I'm like, hey, it's okay. I explained to him. I'm like, sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. It happens, like, because he's also like he likes to play soccer, so it's like good for him to understand like it happens, you know, and but that doesn't mean you're gonna be like, oh, England, the Queen of England or King of England threatened Mexico. That's why we lost, or or we didn't have enough sleep, or whatever other excuses. What I said, we won, we lost. I mean, we lost, but that doesn't mean, for example, now another thing that like I was seeing a lot is that some, not all, I'm gonna use that word some, Ecuadorians were rooting for England to beat Mexico because they lost. Like changing jerseys. Like Mexico lost, I'm still Mexican. I still love the team. The fact that they in every game that they played, they scored. They I think they played good. I feel like, and I've been watching not all of them, but I've been watching most of the games, and I feel like this one with England and Mexico was the most intense. I want to compare it to, I forgot what year. I'm gonna have to find it, but it was a Mexico and USA game that for me was the most intense, like soccer game match or whatever, that I saw. I'm checking right now. Giovanni Dos Santos was on that team. Chicharito was on that team. What is this? I have to check what year. 2011, the Gold Cup final. That's what
el Chicharito, Chicharito. Ahí la tiene Torrado. Torrado la juega por abajo, el arquero sale, la tiene Gio. No hay arquero. ¿Quién le pega? ¡Gio! ¡Golazo! ¡Poema de gol! ¡Apago la luz y me voy! ¡Golazo! ¿Qué me importa que me asesinen la garganta mientras se maten a goles? ¡Golazo!
Estamos viendo, yo creo que junto con el de Guardado, Jesús Pablo, el mejor gol de la Copa de Oro. Aquí el talento, el cómo manejar los tiempos, la distancia, y sabiendo que había dos defensas dentro de la portería, Giovanni tuvo el temple, la elegancia, la categoría y el talento de meter el mejor gol de la Copa de Oro peleándolo.
And Mexico won 2-4. I'm pretty sure this is the wrong year, but maybe it's right. Maybe who knows? Uh, yeah, 2011. That was the most intense, and I feel like those are the best. Like for me, the best like matches for Mexico is USA and Ecuador. USA because there's politics also included. Like there's people like I don't know, but with Ecuador is like also like there's. I didn't know that that's another thing that people were mad about, and I totally forgot why lie about the embassy in Ecuador, the Mexican embassy in Ecuador being whatever happened. I don't know the full story. That's what I want to talk about it. I don't know. Whatever that whatever. Okay, changing topic just because like I don't want to talk in my ass without having the information or knowing what I'm talking about. So, hey, I hope the kid is fine because he looked like a kid. It happens. I feel like when I was younger, I was stupid. I also did stupid shit. But I don't know. There's so much shit happening. Like that. You gotta be careful. You gotta like, you know. Yeah, there was more. There was more I wanted to talk about. I know there's a lot of things that I want to say. Oh, so about the using my brother's old room as a podcast room or whatever. It would be really dope. Like to like get like save up some money, invest in like decorating, like not decorating because like that sounds weird. Like I'm talking about like having a setup. That's the word. Having like TV, a monitor. There's these weird like little squares that are like soundproof. I think that they use them in like studios and stuff like to record, so that way like again they're soundproof, so they can't hear from the outside in or inside out, something like that. And then the game chairs, some like lighting, some lights, like almost like a man cave, you know? That would be pretty dope. That would be pretty dope. And like, you know, because I was watching YouTube today, and there's some YouTubers that I watch that like I just be watching them because okay, there's one DJ Ghost, and I don't know how long I've been watching him. Like he's his own person, he's not faking it. He's not trying to be someone that he's not. Just him with the camera and whatever it is that he has to set up. And he does well. The ones I watch is like he watches videos and just like reacts to them in real time. Like so, he says that he doesn't watch them, and that's kind of like what I like. What I want to do is like, and I think I was supposed to do this a long time ago. And there's people that know me that I've been like, oh, send me ideas, and I'm just gonna do it. But I never did it. But now it's like I want to, like aside from this podcast and just talking and whatever, I want to do a separate chat. Well, for now, I feel like everything's gonna be on this channel, and I want to grow it to a certain, you know, and then do a separate one where like this would be just podcasting, and the other one would be like reacting to stuff, and then another one might be to like just like I don't know. It's just ideas that are just like there, like this is what I've been like thinking about a lot doing and trying to get creative again, like because I feel like when you get stuck in like a loop of like work, home, work, home, work, home, and then whatever you got to do throughout the day, whether like you got kids or you got whatever you got to do, like you things just start turning black and white. It just turns like A and B, and that's it, and like because I remember before I used to graffiti. I used to like I don't want to call it drawing because I feel like when you say drawing, you're like painting or you're drawing like self portraits and stuff. But I used to have black books before that I lost. Um, and stuff like that. Like those are things that I miss doing, and I want to start doing again. And yeah, so we're gonna see that's in the future. I don't want to talk too much because then I feel like then I'm putting too much on my plate and then nothing gets done. At least this and I need to become consistent with this because I feel like there's a lot of things taking up my mind and like I get stuck in that little loop and then like this is like for me and I'm pretty sure I said it already, but I'm gonna repeat it just in case I didn't. This is like therapy for me. This is like me without a therapist, but just talking, talking. But this is like unscripted. Even though I was supposed to get a book, a little whatever notepad, and just write down whatever, boom, just talk about today. But this is just flowing, just off the dome. But yeah, I was asking myself also like, what title, what kind of intro I got to do, like like make it a little bit more professional. And I haven't thought of one honestly, not yet. Like I'm still like testing waters, seeing like, and then here's another thing. So I've been stuck on like checking like the what is it, analytics, the algorithm, whatever that word is, and like see what like catches the interest of people. But I feel like the podcast is just gonna be just talking. That's it. Just like I try to do the TikTok live. It's weird. It's funny, but it's weird. It's fun. Why lie? Like it's cool to see like one person hop in and like they leave and then another person comes in and then they leave is like I don't know. I wanna also like interview people. Like random people. This doesn't even have to be people I know, people that like it's just random and it would be so cool if it's like different ethnicity. It doesn't have to be someone that like I mean obviously we have to speak a language that we both understand, like you understand each other, but it would be cool if like I get someone from Asia, someone from another continent. Like obviously they have to possibly you know, I have this thing I have to do in Mexico in October. It's a sacrament that I have to do for church, like and it's a religious thing. And the thing is that I was thinking while I'm there, it would be so cool to just kind of walk around and just depending like because I'm gonna be in one state to do the church thing I have to do, and then it would be cool if like I take like an hour bus ride to another either whether it's a state or another town. I want to say because I don't want to say village. Village sounds like making fun of some people, but another town and just walk around with this. I I, I have to see if I get the GoPro because the thing is the GoPro it might be but like later on, but go to different towns and just like talk to people. Be like like is it cool if like we grab a coffee, even though I don't drink coffee, but like we sit down and have a coffee. Or if you want, like we can sit down and like get like tacos and we just talk and I just ask you questions or you ask me questions, like and just talk. I'm pretty sure I can do that. I have the ability to just walk up to somebody, hey, what's up? Well, obviously in Spanish in Mexico, and just speak and then just see where it goes. Like I think that's something that like if it doesn't interest you guys, but it will interest me, to like that Venezuelan girl, lady, because she said she was like 42, and we we were talking, and then at the job that where I work, and I just asked her randomly, I'm like, oh, like where you from, like, well, and she's like, oh, I'm from Venezuela. I'm like, no way. So I'm like, so you speak Spanish? I started speaking Spanish to her, and I was like without being like too intrusive or like nosy or whatever, right? Like do you live here? Did you like you're on vacation? And she's like, no, I moved here because I think she got a scholarship of some kind. She's studying. I'm like, oh snap! But then it got busy, and I told her, I'm like, oh, like, um, I'm like, if you just give me a second, like, I just want to ask you a question. I just want to talk, like, just. But I didn't. I told her, I'm not trying to flirt. It's just, like, again, this is what I was talking about that I want to do in Mexico too. Even here, I might, because where I live, it's mostly Asian, so it would be kind of cool if I just like. The thing is, it's in this van. It's gonna be weird. They're gonna be like, I'm not gonna get in the van with you to talk, you know. And so yeah, like that would be kind of cool. Imagine like an idea for the future, right? Like every week I have to like interview one person, not interview, but like speak to one person, tell them like let's like this is what I'm doing. Like I show them the channel, and then the idea is like to talk to different people every week, one person, record it, post it, boom, and like that. It'll be pretty dope, It'll be pretty dope. Like I'm not trying to copy no one, like these are just ideas that come like that. Or if someone's already doing it, then who knows? But if they're not, that'd be pretty dope. Because there's people that grew up a certain way, grew up in a different borough, a different city, a different state, different country, you know. Like, oh, there's a spot here where I eat. It's dry pot. The lady is Chinese, but she speaks Spanish. And then one day, like out of curiosity, I asked her, I'm like, "How do you speak Spanish? Where did you learn?" She starts laughing. She's like, "My Spanish is not good." I'm like, it is. I mean, I understand you. We can speak." She's like, "I was raised in Venezuela." I'm like, no fucking way. And again, she's working. I don't know if she's the owner, but she's working. And then she's like, I wanted to ask her, like, how do you go from China? And I have to check them out because I'm bad at this. Like, China, China, okay. And then, oh, damn it. Then you got Venezuela. Yeah, you see, you got China all the way over there. You got Venezuela all the way over here. Like, I might sound dumb or like ignorant. How does that work? Like, is there like a way to just like, and again, I'm ignorant. I don't know, and this is the reason it's gonna sound stupid, but like some countries I know are allowed to travel to between them, and well, who knows? Maybe China's able to travel to Venezuela by plane, or who knows? But either way, it was kind of dope. Like, cause I know I've as a kid growing up, we would come here to not here, but there was some spots like Mexican spots that like they would some Chinese people would speak Spanish, and the thing is that they would surprise you because they have oh there's this lady in the supermarket like near where I live. I forgot the name of the supermarket, but Chinese lady, nice lady, everything. She speaks Dominican Spanish. She has a Dominican accent, the Dominican what is it? Dominican slang, all of it, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like when I walked in, I'm like, oh hi, how are you? And then she's like, oh, I forgot. Like, ¿quieres una bolsa? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, since I was in a rush, I didn't talk to her, and then I was like, it's kind of cool. Now imagine if I'm the next one to like learn Chinese. That would be dope too, cause I know some words. Cause over here, like, I feel like some Mexicans, when okay, let me rephrase. Some Spanish people or Spanish speaking people, they probably made a bad rep for us by maybe like saying slangs or stuff that they're not supposed to say, and maybe some people here they already grew up with that, and like they right away they might look at me and be like, oh, he's probably one of those assholes that talk bad about like Chinese or whatever, and but like little by little, because I eat around here. Like I've tried like different stuff. I haven't tried everything because I want to. I haven't tried everything, and like again, like I think that I'm a friendly guy, and yeah. I made friends with one guy. He works in, well, they closed it down already, but they have a truck now. Um, the guy does not speak English at all, and I don't speak Chinese. Somehow we still like look at each other, like give us a fist bump. And well, back then when I used to smoke cigarettes, he was like, "You want one?" And he's like, "Chinese, Chinese." I'm like, "Give me that shit." Smoked it, and because everyone here smokes a lot of cigarettes, a lot. And yeah, every time I see him when I pass by the truck or like when I get here and there, like I get from there, I say what's up to the guy always, and like, and then the owner, the only one that speaks English is the owner's son. But to the lady, I always say hi. She says hi, like friendly. Everybody's friendly. Here and there, like any ethnicity, any group of people, you always have like like a certain little group of assholes that make it bad for everyone. Like. It's like my friend just told me today that some Mexican guy, I think he was driving drunk and like crashed on her block and then hit a car and luckily it hit that car instead of her car because her car I guess was whatever. And I'm like, there's people that make everyone else look bad, and it's gonna even be worse. I'm gonna ask her if she has a video or something of it. Well, matter of fact, never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. Because if I message her, she might not even answer till tomorrow, and I'm trying my best to like edit this and post it. Um, so yeah, that one guy maybe made it look bad for everyone else, and and then there was another situation similar in Queens. I don't know what the driver was, but he was driving like zooming and hit two Ecuadorian girls that were just coming from a watch party. Can you imagine like if you're drinking, right? Call yourself an Uber, stay at someone's house if you're at a watch party, like if whatever friend's house or whatever. Like, why risk someone else's life for your stupidity? You know what I mean? Like, it's just dumb. Like, I'm pretty sure those girls were like talking about whatever they're gonna do tomorrow, or they were probably saying that they gotta work, and then that shit fucking happens. Like, like you just fucked up your own life because now you got two murders on you, and then you fucked up their life, their family's life. You don't know if they have a husband. You don't know if they have fucking kids. You don't. Well, I'm sorry, not fucking kids. You don't know if they have kids. Like like it's just it's this shit show. You know, like also I forgot what train station or like over here on the R that some dude got stabbed in the eye at 4 in the morning. The dude was going to work unprovoked, something like that. It's just like, man, you just never know. Going back to the Mexico trip, right? Uh, It's really not a trip. It's more like religion. Well, whatever. Who cares? Who cares? I want to get myself like a lucha libre like outfit because I don't want to say costume because I think costume is like when you go to Halloween stuff, but like an outfit or I don't know. Just I want to try different things because the thing is that when I go to Mexico, I stay where my mom or dad like live. This time I want to try something different. I want to try and go to a new state. I wanted to go. There's another YouTuber that I watch a lot, and when I see the names and you watch their videos or whatever, just their Instagram thing, you're gonna see like my kind of humor. Like his name is Adrian Marcelo from Radar, something like that. Well, the thing is that he has like a sports bar in Monterrey where that's his hometown, and like I'm like, if I have the chance, I think there's a flight from Mexico City to there, like for an hour flight. I'm almost positive it's not expensive, but like I was like, I would do that flight, go to that restaurant bar, eat, have a drink or two, with the chances of like seeing him, and it would be so dope. Like like it would be so dope. And then another thing, like, I don't know. Oh, we could talk about, what happened that day at the what was it? I believe it was Friday. That storm or whatever it was. Like, okay. So it's my fault because right now in the summer I'm suffering so much, right? Because in the house I have the AC on, in the car I have the AC on. So when I'm not in the AC, I start like drenched and like it just feels so nasty, and I get irritated, right? I feel like irritated, and um yeah, so I get irritated, and then so yeah, I get irritated, and then whatever. So I go. It's my niece's birthday party, and shout out Ave. Hi, Mama. If you're seeing this, hi. And so I'm irritated. It's hot, and then I go to the sprinklers to kind of cool off, and also, like, my sons are there. And the thing is that whatever. So I noticed that it's like getting cloudy, and I'm like, oh damn, it's gonna pour. So then I'm like, okay. I start walking back with my niece and my little one, and then I don't know, that strong wind, like all the sand and the dust flying everywhere. Boom! I throw my niece and my little one in the car. My son and my second niece, boom, in the car. And then I don't even know if the kid this the my cousin, my other cousin, in the car, in the van. And then I don't know if this lady, she was at the party. Well, she's not even a lady, she looked like a kid, but she had her daughter crying in the show. I'm like, I don't know if you even want to throw them in the car, like, like, I'll close it, no sand, and the kids are okay. So you have kids crying, and the storm throwing branches and everything. I'm like, damn, well, you know what? Gotta get out of here, you know. So once it calmed down and it just started pouring, you know, um, we left. And then when we left, there was like, on the Belt Parkway, there's scenic views where you could, like, resting areas, right? They were closed off. And also, like, there's an exit, I forgot the exit, that it was also closed off. Like, not closed off, but there was traffic because something happened, or who knows. So it was just horrible, right? And then you see, like, on the Belt Parkway, the boats that were there, they were just like swaying back and forth, swaying back. I was like, and I'm pretty sure I saw a video of a ferry or something in Rockaway. Like, it was scary. It was crazy. Like, I have a fear of, like, heights and drowning. You know what I mean? So imagine, like, being on a boat in the middle of that storm where all the winds are like crazy, and you're just, at any moment you could just, you know. And then the funny part is that after all that, after I dropped on my sister and everything, we went to get food. We went to get tacos, and, like, yeah, we went home, and then it was just pouring, 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 pouring. And then all you saw was the lightning. Oh, and there was something else that was happening on the Verrazano. There was a lot of ambulances and stuff like that. So it's just crazy. And yeah. So I think also this whole week is gonna rain. So we'll see how it goes. I kind of prefer the rain over this heat that was disgusting, disgusting. It makes me miss the dry heat in Nevada. I think it was like 110 degrees. I would rather do that than this. What was it, 80 degrees or 90 degrees, whatever it was here with the humidity. That's disgusting. But well, that's down. I'm gonna try my best to be consistent because, like, I like this. I like talking and stuff like that. It's just the other thing is that I was having a conversation with someone saying that when I speak in Spanish on these podcasts, I feel like I talk more, like, I'm more expressive. Not that that doesn't mean nothing bad about, like, in English. it's just in English is like it's different. I don't explain. You know, it's yeah, and that's another thing that we were talking about also at the game when we were watching the soccer game. That when it's in the commentary, right? It's in Spanish. You feel more like excited. You feel like more intense. You know what I mean? Like there's so much excitement. Like it's more dramatic, like they say, like novelas and stuff. But when you hear it in English, it's just like just pass the ball. They're doing this. They're doing that. And especially in Spanish, they're like, well, but just an example, right? They're like, "Firmala, firmala, firmala." I forgot who that voice is, that commentary, but it's more intense. Like like I don't know. So yeah. Oh, another thing, right? So I have a PlayStation 4. I don't care. Laugh or whoever has a PlayStation 5. I don't care. I'm thinking about getting a PlayStation 5 and doing uh because the only games I honestly play on the PlayStation is it's not even FIFA anymore, but it's FC. It's football, like soccer, football, whatever. And I think I've been playing. Oh, I've been playing also GTA 5. Like online. Online is fun. Like I don't have a mic, like the headset. One because I play once my kids go to sleep, so like I turn it on like around 9, right? And there's been time. That's why I also slowed it down because there's times where like when I started playing again after years, that PlayStation I have it since I was in Kingsborough in college, and I'm pretty sure that was like 2015 or 16. I don't remember. I have to search it. Matter of fact, I can search it right now because I think I got it when it came out. PlayStation 4 Call of Duty 3 edition. Call of Duty 3 edition. I think it's this one. Boom, right here. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is what? Hey, hold on, maybe I got it wrong. Boom, right here. It still says the same thing. 2015. So imagine we're in 2026. That's 11 years I had that PS4, and I don't know the time frame of how long I did play until I didn't, but whatever. When I started playing it, I remember I started like at 9, let's say 9:30, right? I played until 2 in the morning, 2 in the morning, because I set it up. I ordered online the HDMI. I ordered a new remote. Like I didn't order it, but I went to Best Buy and I got the like they don't sell the PS4 controllers, wireless one. So I had to get the weird like off-brand wire one that like sucks because like it's it's bulky, it's stiff, like, and I feel like when you press the button, it takes time for it to actually do it in the game, or maybe it's my internet, who knows? And uh, so I bought the PlayStation thing, whatever it's called, to play online, whatever. I did the most basic one because I'm like, I'm honestly just gonna play like two types of games and that's it. I'm only gonna play like soccer online, whatever, and GTA online. So I went on GTA Online, did the whole. What gets me mad is that I remember like the PlayStation One and I think PlayStation Two. You just put in the disc. There's no. Well, maybe I'm wrong. You don't have to wait till it downloads this and downloads that and updates this and that. Like I remember, maybe my memories are not good, but I remember you just put in the disc, turn it on, and boom, play. That's it. I remember playing Tekken. Remember playing Crash. Um, I think those were the two main ones that I would play. And then you had some other one like Toy Story, and I forgot there was this other cool one that I remember on the PlayStation One, whatever. And what was I talking about? So yeah, then I started playing 2 in the morning. But GTA Online is fun. It is fun. Snap. It is fun because I remember here, one second. I remember I remember playing online, and I didn't know what I was doing because I was like, because they make you customize your play or whatever. I remember playing, and like it shows you all the other players. So I was like, it's like GTA, so I'm just gonna shoot everybody, like in the game. And then um I killed one player, and mind you, like for the hour or two that I was playing GTA, that dude was just chasing me across the map, like, and I don't know much, okay, because I haven't been in the world of gaming in a while. I don't know, whatever. So this dude, I don't know how he did it. He went invisible where I would shoot him, and like the bullets would go through him, and he also did the thing where like if he was playing like Call of Duty, where he's just like moving here, moving there, like just moving everything. I was like, man, how do you do that? What's that? Okay, so he was following me, whatever. That happened, and then that was the first time. Second time, I started playing again. I was like, all right. I was finding a way where I can like, I remember this one time, right? Um in the game, I was driving, and then it showed that two players, like, there are little dots on the map that they were driving towards me. So I went in front of them, and I started shooting, and I killed one of them. And I didn't know that they were both on this, like, I guess they know each other, friends that play online together. They tag teamed me for the rest of the time I was playing. I'm like, you know what? Like, I try my best to like go on top of a roof and like snipe them and stuff like that, or even hide behind this thing where like a wall where you could shoot them without getting shot. They found a way to like annihilate me, and like they were like taking turns. I feel like when I would lose, they were waiting to see where I was spawning, and then boom, they would fly towards me because they probably. So I didn't know that you can buy like sports cars in the game, and they would buy sports cars, and I couldn't rob their cars, like, I would. And I couldn't take their cars because it says that something about like if it was a car here, like you lock it, and it's like, I don't know. And I was just like, this is kind of cool, but it's kind of like it's addictive, like you're having fun and you just want to stay in the game and whatever, right? With FIFA, soccer, football, whatever, FC, that one, I feel like I keep losing because like I, I get put with players that are like players like very, very professional. Like they'd be annihilating me in the first half, like 10-0. There was one, I think, that yeah, like, yeah, that's probably the worst one. 10-0 in the first half. And I'm like, oh my god, like, and again, I don't have the headphones. I want to get it, but it's like maybe I would do that in the in when my grandparents go back to Mexico, and like I want to do something like that. It will be kind of dope, like, but time limit myself for like an hour because you can get lost. I remember my brother when he was there, like he wasn't in college. He was gaming like whatever time till like the morning, and then like he would sleep throughout the whole day. And I was like, damn, like I would get mad because I was like, why are you making so much noise, like yelling, and then again playing GTA and playing FC or whatever. I understand it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know what else. My birthday's coming up. My birthday is coming up. I'm gonna turn 30. 30 years old. There's times I feel like I look old, and there's times I feel like I look young, and then there's times I look my age, if that makes sense. I've been told I look 36. I've been told I look 26. I want to say that all of that depends on like the likeness that I give to the person telling me my age. You know, it's just crazy. 30 years old, turning 30. And I remember as a kid, I was like, can't wait till I get older. And now, like, turning 30, like, fuck, kind of miss being 15. Kind of miss being, maybe not 15, but like, like, whatever, right? It's crazy. So I don't know. I'm thinking of something else to say. Just, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Um, I want to get in shape to play soccer again, but it's just like it's also time. It's like I feel like the only time I have time is like right now. Like right now, it's like it's 10 o'clock, so I gotta. And the thing is that I don't know. So tomorrow I have the idea of like waking up because where I'm parked right now, I gotta move it at 7 for the that street. What is it? Street sweep or whatever that street cleaning. That's what it's called. So I was like, what if like I'm try to wake up at 5:30, jog because I think there's like a track or something not far from here. So I was like, what if I wake up at 5:30, boom, go jog, come back, move the car, fill the car up with gas. I still have, but still, like leave it full, clean up a little bit, like vacuum it, like you know. Then I'm like, right now, what time is it? It's 10. So by the time I'm like finished recording, parked, locked. I mean, I'm parked, but lock the car, go upstairs, um, and stuff like that. Like, who knows what time I'll be done? Because the thing is that I also have to figure out how I can do this on the because I can airdrop it to my MacBook, but I need to find out how to like edit it on there. I need to whether I have to download a program or buy a program because I tried. I have okay, so I did a free trial for Canva for a year, but I did it for like a business account, like like so it could give me access to everything, and I forgot to whatever. So it already charged my card, so I have it for a year. So I tried to upload this video on there, and it didn't let me because the file was too big. So I was like, okay. I tried to cut it in half, but I don't even know how to do that. So that's why I just like what, whatever. I left it, and I've been doing it on my phone, which it takes more time because the thing is that when I edit a piece and I finish that little editing of like throwing in a clip or throwing in a photo, it throws me back to the beginning of the video. So I have to kind of go like boom, boom, skip through the thing and then stop and press play. Be like, okay, no, that's not the part I was up to. Then boom, boom, keep going. Like, and again, these videos, like, I'm not trying to make them an hour or half an hour. I'm just talking and talking, right? I mean, I can see right now how long I've been recording, but it's just like to talk and talk and talk. And I'm stuck between like doing that, like boom, boom, like right that, or making the videos short, which I feel like making videos short or like timing myself, I don't want to do. It's just I mean, obviously, I might have to stop in a little bit too because I think we're almost reaching an hour, and so yeah, what would be cool also is to take an actual course, not just Duolingo, not just like YouTube, or maybe yeah, maybe Duolingo and YouTube. Learn one language and give myself a time frame to learn it, and then it's gonna be so weird what I'm gonna say, but like let's say X language, right? I'm learning it. I give myself like a month or two to get like the basics, and then find someone that speaks that language fluently and just speak to that person because I feel like that's another way you learn a language is like listening to like the way they say it, the accents, um, and just listening to them and then speaking to them. They're gonna speak to you, and you can like try and talk back and be like, you know what? Tell me what you said. So that way I know. So I kind of pick apart. It's like a puzzle where you're like picking and putting pieces together to see like because obviously there's grammar, there's whatever, right? That would be pretty cool. I gotta watch this back and like be okay. Okay, you said you're gonna do this. You said you're gonna do that now. Boom, 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 boom. That would be cool. Because I know Spanish, and it's funny because I know Spanish and English, but I feel like I stutter sometimes in both. And there's times in English where I notice that I have my moments where I have my accent because I have an accent where instead of saying sure or sure, I says so. What is? I don't know. Or I don't remember what I say, but there's certain moments where I've been pointed out that like, oh, why you say it like that? I'm like, say what? And then they're like, repeat the word. I don't remember the word. And I'm like, I say it, but then and they're like, no, but you said it with an accent. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, sometimes I have, even in Spanish, I sometimes sound like a no sabo. There's moments where I feel like my Spanish is good, it's fluent, you know. And then there's moments where like I get stuck in a word, you know, and I'm trying to pronounce it like if I'm just learning Spanish, you know, even though I know it. Like like I remember like a long time ago, I couldn't say 60 or 70, which is like in English it sounds like okay, but it's two different things, 60 and 70. You know, in Spanish it's like girl, 60 is 60, and I think 70 is 70. And I would get mad because I was like, ah, say cero, siete cero, because I didn't know how to say it. Like, you know, like it was a tongue twister for me. And can you imagine like knowing two languages and stuttering in both, like, or having like difficulty trying to like to speak both? And where my dad's from, in Mexico, in Guerrero, they speak I think it's dialect. I think that's how you say it, or an indigenous language, which is Nahuatl, which I have to like brush up on some history on, like, you know, like stuff like that, because I honestly don't know. I only know some words like that that sound funny. If I'm not wrong, correct me. If you guys, I mean, I guarantee none of you speak that language, but dog, from what I remember, is chichi, which made me laugh because, you know, 15-year-old me was like, chichi means titty. You're calling a dog a titty. It's not funny anymore, but back then it was funny. And I know another word come here is chihuahua. I'm positive. I'm gonna ask my dad when I speak to him. And like I'm pretty sure that's or my aunts that I haven't spoken to in a while. It's chihuahua, chichi. I think there was another word. I forgot. I forgot. There was a few because I remember like being there the first time, like listening to these like because when they didn't my aunts and whatever they didn't want us to hear something. I remember that they were just speaking that language. I'm like, I'm like, so this is how it feels because I remember when I would go, they would make fun of me not knowing Spanish. I was like, oh, word. All right, so I'm gonna speak Spanish. I'm gonna speak English, and then you know, but whatever. So like now I understand like what people probably feel like when you're in Mexico trying to speak English and stuff like that. So okay, I think I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna review it and I'm gonna make goals on everything I had just said, and I'm gonna try and like post more on Instagram and like be a little bit more consistent, you know, and stuff like that. And if you're new watching this video, podcast, whatever, help me, help me get to 1,000 subscribers. If you want, what I also want is like I want comments telling me, bro, like try this, or bro, like I don't like you doing this, or bro, like that's too much light, or bro, like I don't know, just like I want to find a way that I can interact with you, like everyone watching me. And I'm also gonna pop on my Instagram and my mom's Instagram from her business, because like another reason why I'm also doing this is like to like my mom's smiles are amazing, and it's not just because my mom, she's my mom, but like they are. And I have had people tell me like, you know, like I've had tamales here and there. These are the best by far, because you never know. Maybe someone that could make better tamales than my mom is gonna be born tomorrow, or like who knows? You know, life is like that. And so yeah, I'm gonna pop it in, and this time I'm gonna do it because the thing is, in the other video, I believe is a Spanish one or English one. I don't remember. I said it, but I was so tired. It was like 2, 3 in the morning when I was doing all the editing, and I fell asleep listening to what I was saying, and I'm like, you know, I'm done. Finished it, uploaded it. I mean, downloaded it, then uploaded it, and then I remember the next day, I'm like, oh damn, I said I was gonna do this, and I didn't pop it in or whatever. So this time, I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna go get myself like some food, something to eat while I do the little editing. And yeah. So thank you for watching. If if you're new to this, please help me. That's all I need. I just need that little like boom. It's free.com or free 99, whatever they say. To just boom, like and subscribe that thing. That's it. That's all I'm asking. Once I hit 1,000, damn, this is gonna be crazy. Because I'm gonna be looking back at this video or this little moment where I'm just like, damn, like right now I'm at like 21, I think, and then boom. Because the goal was six months, but I think I'm at 1 month, and I've only, I'm not trying to be too hard on myself, but I am. I gotta start doing. And I said this in the other video that I didn't want to push myself like to like, oh, like, subscribe, comment, pushing the video, but this is why you can't talk too soon because shit like this happens. Same thing like Ecuador. They were talking so much shit, but Mexico, what? All right. Peace.